let's get back to the Greek case. We know, thanks to La Stampa of Turin and other sources, there were already under-the-table negotiations between Tsipras and Syriza on the one side and the powers of finance capital on the other. Finance capital here represented by Merkel and Schäuble. Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, Schäuble, the finance minister. These are the austerity ghouls. It's amazing. They remember 1923. That was bad. They can't seem to remember 1929. And 1929 was worse because 1929 brought you Hitler within 4 years, something that 1923 hyperinflation did not do. So hyperinflation is not as bad as super deflation. And that's what we're facing now with no effective demand. This is the guy's name, Jörg Asmussen, J-O umlaut, or sometimes J-O-E-R-G, Jörg Asmussen, A-S-M-U-S-E-N. I believe he is currently the labor minister of Germany. So he's accustomed to duping working people. So he's representing Draghi of the European Central Bank, Merkel or Schäuble, the moneybags German government, and Moscovici, the financier, contact man for the European Commission in Brussels. So they're negotiating. That's wise. Notice, you're going to hear a lot of stuff. Syriza wants to leave the euro. Syriza is anti-Europe. Syriza wants the Grexit, the Greek exit. No, it's a lie. As La Stampa of Turin repeats, nobody but nobody in any position of power in Syriza has ever said they want to leave the euro. No, they say they want to have a London debt conference. This is the conference, we've talked about it before, in the early 1950s, when, for the benefit of Germany and other defeated powers, there was a haircut that the German debts, this ravaged and destroyed country, was going to get a debt holiday, a debt reduction, writing off a certain large amount of the debts. So that's what Syriza wants. They say, get rid of half of our debts. Give them a real haircut. And I would say, again, you should shed the derivatives before you do anything else, because that's the main source. So anybody who says that this is about the breakup of the euro is a liar, most likely on the British payroll, because, of course, the biggest enemy of the euro is the pound, the city of London. Anybody can see that. But, of course, our stupid libertarians, right, our cretinous anti-euro, of course, they're the horsemen of the apocalypse with 666. What a lot of malarkey. A lot of this stuff, again, is fomented by the British or by the dollar, of course, by the Federal Reserve. But it's simply nonsense. Now there's a very important point, because Syriza always adamant they want to stay in the euro and reform from the inside. The people who want to quit the euro are the right-wing racist reactionaries, people like Alternatives for Germany. In the last European election, the whole campaign of the Alternatives for Germany was kick out the Wags, right? Kick out the Greeks, right? German term, Kanaken. So kick out the Southerners, kick out the Southeasterners even more, Greece, I guess. Kick out the Balkan peoples and get back to Europe. Well, that's ridiculous. So, again, the people who want to quit the euro are the reactionaries, right? They're the fakers. And there's also going to be an attempt to say, well, there's a rising tide of populism in Europe, and it goes from Alternatives for Germany to Marine Le Pen to this Farage garbage, whatever his name is. No. As Tsipras has said, those right-wing populists are not the enemies of the system. They're not alternatives to the system. They are the reserve army of the system. They're the guts of the system defense. So don't mix it up. This is totally different. And I think also to the extent that the Russian foreign ministry has been concluding that right-wing racist populists might be somebody they can work with, they're going to see, no, you're going to be dragged back by an actual government. A Syriza government, Orthodox country, will tend to drag Russia back from this idiotic flirtation with Le Pen and these Farage and so forth. Back in a minute on this video.